second most spilled thing after compressor oil. And then we get into the coil cleaners.
Yeah, a little easier than that one. Almost done. There's going to be a little accessories, yes.
Oh, I see. So you compare the two right here.
Yep, we show off
kitty
the
litter
performance
versus-
a little bit.
Well, this is going to be in my name, or? Yeah. No, I don't need the code on it.
Then I take a cup and a half of our stuff. And this is actually called Thrifty Zorb, but it's like oil dry, or it's like with the majority of, we're basically trying to replace the 40-pound bag of this with a 10-pound bucket of that.
Right.
And because this is dusty, it rolls all over the back of the truck, and just creates a big mess, a bigger mess sometimes than just the spill. But I mix this up, and as you can see, in about, I don't know, usually about 30 seconds, this stuff is pretty much done as much as it's going to do. And I do this little exercise to illustrate that these type of products don't really soak up anything. They just attach to the outside. It becomes more of a mode of transportation than anything else. And it leaves a residue. So when they spill a compressor oil or something and they put this down, they've still got residue to clean up. And it's slippery, and they can track it around and so forth. But that's just, these products aren't going to really leave a clean surface. And that's about as good as that's going to get. Now our stuff, we have also, have you seen the 1 pound bag?
Yeah, I think that's
The 1 pound bag?
1 pound and the little slip.
Okay, the 4 pound GS4. Anyway, the 1 pound bags are nice because they can fit in a toolbox or tool bucket or tool belt, and they can have it right by their side. If they spill that compressor oil, they can put it down and just leave it and go pick up their tools, take the compressor out to the truck or whatever they're going to do. They come back and pretty much just sweep it up, and it'll be completely, cleaned up. Or they can take a brush, or I'm sorry, a broom, and just kind of broom our material over the spill. One of the big advantages we have when we started the development of this product is everybody complains about dust, and the safety people hate dust because it's pure. It's like breathing pure sand, basically, and it causes a condition called silicosis, and that's one of the biggest health hazards with concrete workers. So we figured out a way to reduce the dust to like 30 times less than this product. Usually once safety people hear that, they're all ears, and they're looking for excuses not to buy it, that thing. Audibly dry. And so anyway, and it's a timing thing. It needs to sit there for maybe a little longer, but they'll sweep that up, put it right back in the bucket. So you've taken care of two problems: the residue, and a lot of times, what are the guys going to do with this fill waste? They've got to bag it up. They're going to get it all over their dustpan and broom, and then it's going to end up in a dumpster somewhere. Well, technically, it's hazmat. So this way, it just all goes right back into the bucket for reuse. And then for the big finish, I pour this in here, and in about 30 seconds, you're really going to start to see the vacuum pump oil lifting off the cat litter. And about another 40 seconds after that, this pan will be that dry, and everything will turn back to its original color. The Greensorb will turn back to this color, meaning it's got plenty more capacity, and the cat litter will turn back to the cat litter color, just like that. The other thing the safety people like is there's a lot of nasty chemicals you guys use, especially the coil cleaners. I mean, there's a lot of hydrochloric acid. There's a lot of other very corrosive materials in there. And what safety people hate, that I've heard the most, is they hate when people use rags to clean that stuff up, because they're getting it on their hands, they're getting it on their clothes. With this stuff, it actually, not only is it reusable, but it locks in the chemicals. It locks it in, so almost you can pick up the spill waste and not even get any on your hands. Safety people go crazy when because you're more or less neutralizing a very, caustic, corrosive liquid. So anytime you can do that, you're going to win over the hearts of the safety folks as well. See, that's dry.
Yeah.
And I'm going to leave this right here because it'll just continue to get lighter and lighter.
All right, good stuff. Greensorb.